Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken short.
Vikings take over first and 10. Let's go. 18-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Griffin. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's another 49er. First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Too Tall Jones. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ed Too Tall Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After the made field goal, Stenerud back out there to kick it away. This will be taken very short. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
43. Mike 43. Bring it. Bring it. 43's the Mike.
Throwing again. Griffin. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
15, 15. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back. Flare. Oh, try it. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
On first down, Griffin, and he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Keith Bullock. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is RG3. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, Peyton. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Anunwa's got it. Complete. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him up.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken short. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Stenerud on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken very short. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperate.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. John Randall dropping the hammer. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, the spin. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
He's going to look deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herman Moore taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Walter Payton as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken short. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Final play of the half. It's Griffin. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got it. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Walter Payton, 59 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check, 43.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He sets to fire deep. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 34. They were looking for Johnson that time. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They run again with Jackson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Niners 45, Vikings 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken short. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive...
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. It was prime time. Deion Sanders with a sack on the corner blitz. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Safety screaming. Go. Safe. Shift. Ball trot.
Now Griffin back into his end zone. And he's going to be taken down. RG3 couldn't get away, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the third. And it's a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Griffin. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First down, Vikings.
Here we go again. Shift. Watch the shift. SOS, SOS, SOS. Squeeze. SOS, SOS, SOS. Shift, shift. Watch quick.
Now Griffin on 1st down, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Griffin looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, Julio Jones all alone. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Julio Jones. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 10, Griffin. Brian Burns in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Taken in at the 11. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you...
Oh, wide open, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Julio Jones. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Stenerud now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Niners 63, Vikings 7.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Calvin Johnson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Griffin. He's going to let this one go deep. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Calvin Johnson, 45 yards. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point by Elam, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
14.
On third down, Jackson got some room at the 30. Accelerating, and off he goes. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. 82 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Stenerud on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Niners 70, Vikings 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken short.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Griffin. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Brian Burns, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Griffin down around his goal line. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Well, the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Stenerud now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Fix the score, Niners 77, Vikings 14.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the run.
Here's Griffin. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Griffin steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's going to be caught. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Griffin. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to the safety, Sean Taylor. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. Now it's Griffin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Peyton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, Peyton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. They'll run on 1st down. Peyton. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now a give, right side. Peyton. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it with Jackson. Willie Lanier, the Hall of Famer, there on the tackle.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
They'll run again with Jackson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Stenerud on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Niners 84, Vikings 14.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Check. Go. Motion. Runs up the helmet. Here we go.
He completes it to Jones. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 15.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for a 49er first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And that one results in 35 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.